Hi all you beautiful people. Yeah, let's meet again on this little platform, this channel, and just connect our energy. So as often, I don't really know what I'm going to share, but I just feel it's a good idea to connect with you. So it's a dark day today. We've had a lot of rain, but we've also had enormous amounts of sun. So the soil was very dry, and so it's good to see the water coming from the sky. So thank you for all your comments from last time when I showed my little house. And yeah, things are moving ahead. Sometimes everything just stops, and sometimes I get things done. And I notice every time I push myself, things go bad. so it's a wonderful practice for me to keep coming back to the fact that it doesn't really matter what happens. That's what I feel is a very big process for me, a learning process I'm in, is to balance to balance my goals. So there's something I want, and to have that momentum, to feel that there's something I'm reaching for, something I want to create, and at the same time to be completely peaceful with the fact that this might never be. So it is really creating out of complete trust. And so it's a strange experience, because what I feel we're learning as humans is to really trust our gut, to have these gut feelings, which is really messages from within, from our higher self. This is what I should do, this is what is good for me, this is what is right for me. And to take the step into that process, whatever it is, and at the same time always have the feeling that this might not be. It sounds strange, but that's what I feel I'm learning anyway. So it's really embodying complete peace. Yeah, it's really quite strange. So yeah, we're going to just continue our little inward journey, because that's what, as I've said before, that's what I really feel is the most important right now, to help you and help myself, expanding our awareness of what is within, because within, the world within is birthing the world without. And we're releasing our grip on the old way of being, and it's very intense and not easy, and our ego wants to take a hold of us and pull us back into the old way of being. And yeah, for some of us that happens. Sometimes we just fall into the old way of being, and I want to help the process of keeping us on track, or keeping us rooted in the new, or growing roots, growing new roots into the new. Have some tea. So I think before we go any further, let's just have a little moment of going inward. So just lie down or sit comfortably. I'll just get more comfortable. And if you like, close your eyes and just release your breath. Just let it go. And bring your awareness to your body, this amazing presence on the earth, this physical being, this vehicle or temple of your soul. Feel your entire being. Your head, your shoulders, your arms, right down to your fingertips, your chest, and abdomen, and hips, and thighs and knees, lower legs and feet, right down to the tips of your toes. And feel how life is living through you, how you are breathing, and how you are completely connected to the earth, all the elements, the air that's coming in and going out, the fire, the heat of your body moving around, this beautiful heat that is keeping you warm and comfortable. It is the life within you. And your blood that's pulsating around with all the minerals, all the nutrients coming from the soil, from the food you eat. And the water, which is really what we contain mostly, the water in every cell. Every cell is a little pond of water. So just feel your breath going in and going out, and feel how peaceful it is to just bring your attention onto you, your body, this living organism that is right here, right now, in this universe, on this planet, listening to my voice and sensing yourself. And if you like, you can just say the words, I am peace. And you can say it silently within you. I am peace. I am love. I am truth. And all is well. And if you like, you can open your eyes and just feel Just feel how you feel in your body now, if it's any different. So I was just reminded while we did this about Masaru Emoto, the Japanese scientist who made these amazing discoveries about water, and I've made some videos about it, and how water remembers. So the molecules of water are really completely alive, and they are taking in messages from around them, and they're holding them within them. And so there is the intelligence of God is really everywhere, and the water is, in a way, it's mirroring what's coming towards it. And so every single cell in our body, all the water that we contain, is listening to our mind. It's like these little open books, unwritten books, and our mind puts the words onto the paper. So that our mind, our way of thinking, affects the water within us, the energy. It's really vibration. Everything is vibration. And so when we tell ourselves, I am peace, and we feel it, that's what I am. I don't have to think about what I'm going to do in 5 minutes or 5 hours, tomorrow, next year. I'm right in this moment, and I just feel that I am peace. Then all our cells respond with peace. So, and I was just reading from the Sananda website I've mentioned before, and Daniel Scranton, who does a channeling every day, more or less, from the Arcturians, how they were reminding us again that there's nothing we have to do. And this can be very, very hard for us to understand. Shouldn't I do something for myself or for the people around me, for the world? Shouldn't I just get something going? And what they're saying is no. It's really not where we are right now. It is your state of being. And in a way you can say it is doing, because we're working our way away from an old way of being and into a new. So it is actually an enormous doing. It just can't be seen on the outside. So allowing yourself to drop all the fear, all the tension, all the worry, all the plans that you have for yourself, all the memories of the past, and maybe all the regrets, whatever, to just tell yourself or allow yourself to let it go. That's an enormous achievement. Just let it go. So in this moment to recognize what is going on in your mind. Is there some worry? Is there some fear? Are there some old memories you can't let go of? Some negative memories? Could also be some good memories, but just holding on to the past. And can you allow yourself to just let that go? And why is it important to let that go? Well, because that's when you truly step into the moment and you become like the cells I was describing before. You become the open book, the unwritten book. So you're really, what we're being asked to do is keep emptying ourselves. So we become the chalice. We become this beautiful glass, wine glass, that's always empty. Because God or the universe or all the goodness of life wants to fill us with something new. And if we're half full, or completely full. We can't receive the new. And it is to flow through us. So yeah, I've been getting this recently sometimes, how to be the empty chalice. And the ego will say, oh, I don't want to be empty. That's not interesting. I want to be full. I want to be full of ideas. I want to be full of knowledge. I want to be full of all these things that are exciting. But what I feel I've been reminded many times is just be the empty chalice. Just be the empty chalice. And realize that that is you are a vessel. You're a channel. So in a way you are empty, so that you can be filled again and again and again, so life can flow through you. So it's really removing all the stuff all the stuff that's filling us up, so that we can be this open, this empty chalice, and get to sense how gorgeous this feels, to keep emptying myself so that life can flow through me, so that something new, I can experience a new feeling, meeting a new person, getting a new inspiration from the divine, and digesting that and letting that go through me, letting that go too. So not holding on to that either. So feeling how we are this highway where life is driving through us. And beforehand we would not allow that. Because that would be a very, very fearful thing to do, because who would we be then? If life kept flowing through us, we would just be this empty space. But actually, when we start doing this, we realize our fullness. So it is a completely different way of being, where when new life keeps flowing through us, we are completely new all the time. We have this feeling of freshness. It's absolutely amazing. And so it's a completely different way of being. We're not holding on anymore to anything. So this is the new state of consciousness, where we are an eternal open book, an eternal empty chalice. So allowing this to happen, allowing ourselves to let go, let go, let go, let go, so that the new can enter. And as we do this, we feel how we are growing. It sounds really strange, because we used to live in a way where the more we held on to things, the more we felt we were expanding. Whereas now we're really being taught that the more you let go, the more you will expand. Very strange. So yeah, so that is really, really the main process for us. This being in this beingness. And the more we let go, the more we feel that we are in this beingness. So let's just close our eyes again and just be here together. Just be here together. Be with ourselves. And we can ask ourselves, what can I let go of? Is there a belief, a thought that has been there many, many times that I can just let go of? I really don't need anymore. It's just a habit. And often our thoughts that keep coming are thoughts of the ego, of unworthiness. It's something that's pulling us down and pulling us away from the moment. So what can I let go of? A thought within me, a way of doing something. Maybe a thing I have. Give it to someone. Just let it go. And sense how I more and more become an open chalice, an empty chalice. It can be golden, it can be made of glass, it can be made of anything, it doesn't matter. It's just the feeling, allowing ourselves to have this feeling of being empty, of being an open, receiving being. Realizing that there is something so profound and so beautiful we have never felt before that's coming to us. And the more we feel this, we believe this, the quicker it comes. And in little simple activities in our daily lives, we get these gems, these jewels of experiences that are completely new and fresh. So just allowing ourselves to be this empty chalice so that life can fill us up. And when it's used, whatever came, just let it go. And sense how this process is making us grow. It's helping us feel more peace, more love, more truth. And it's helping us feel how life is using us. God is using us. We are an instrument, a divine instrument being used to bring the light, to bring the love, to bring the peace. And this is not being done with our mind. It's the energy of life that's flowing through us. And we are just giving ourselves to this process. We are making ourselves accessible. So just feel with the breath how every time you breathe out, you just let go. And we can end off this little moment by saying a prayer. Dear Universe, dear Creator, dear Source, help us let go of anything we need to let go of. Help us become an open chalice, an empty chalice, for life to flow through us. And so be it. And so the more we practice this, the more expanded we feel, the more peaceful we feel, the more we feel that it doesn't really matter where we are, what we do, what we say, how we unfold really. And we sense how more and more we become helpers on this earth. So we're here to help the process of humanity awakening. And so in any little instance in your daily life, I just got it yesterday. I was in a shop, in one of those building material shops, which I go to a lot, and there was a young man there, and I just like to yeah, to just chat and just ask into their lives, just a little chat. And it was very, very clear to feel that he really wanted to talk about his life and his job, and just that little interest I had for him. I could feel how precious that was. And it's so that's what I really believe, that the more we move on in our own process of becoming this empty chalice, cleansing away all our own stuff, we become more and more, our job as being helpers for others will of course grow. And just these tiny little meetings with people where we lift them up, where we show that they are, we think they are interesting, and so they grow, they feel more precious. So we will feel these situations come more and more, and we will be inspired to open up these little talks. So, and another thing I want to share here today, which I've been reminded a few times, is when life gets really quiet and maybe you feel loneliness and you sort of think, what am I doing on this planet? And what is really happening? How are we really moving ahead? Is this just one big idea that the world is awakening and that we are moving into the golden age? Maybe it's all just one big made-up story. And I've been told several times when I get this to just enhance your own well-being. Do more for yourself to feel wonderful. So use this time of where you're in a very quiet place, you don't have much contact with other people. Use this to feel even better, even better. Do more things that you love to do, that make your well-being grow, that make your inner peace grow. So that's what I'm being told. Use this opportunity that you have right now to grow yourself in well-being, in love, in peace. So you're like this big pond, and you just clean the pond even more. Let the water lilies flower even more. Make your pond an even more beautiful place, because you will be needed. So you're also being told to become stronger. And so really every single moment is precious, and use it to the best, use it in the best way you can, and that is really to enhance your own well-being. And it's very difficult, especially for if the ego is still very strong. It will tell us, well, you're being egotistical now, you should be out there helping the world. And see, the thing is, it will all come. You will be able to do grand things when you're ready, when the time is right. And you need a certain amount of clarity and purity and strength. So everything is happening in complete divine order. So if your life is very quiet and you have a lot of time alone, enhance your well-being. Grow in joy. And you will be needed. Everything that you have grown, cultivated within you, will be needed later on in whatever way, you will see later on. And just that little meeting I had yesterday, that is the universe telling me, well, that's what you can use. Now that you feel even better, you feel even stronger, and you feel that your cup's overflowing, you can be there for that young man and make him feel a little bit more special and feel that he grows from within. And it was 5 minutes. It's nothing, but it can be that can be grand, that can be life-changing for a person, that you're there, right there. And so we will be used in the way that's appropriate for us, and it can be in any way. And as I've said before, when you know you're being used, it will be very delightful for you. So it will be something that you love to do, and that you will feel this upliftment in yourself and in others around you. You feel how we're all being uplifted. So, and the last thing I want to share today, which I've been getting a lot lately, is the reminder that we are all united. If you feel that you're very, which I can feel a lot from my family, which really dissolved, and there's very little contact in my own, that immediate family. Some relationships are growing very, very loving, but it's very little, a very tiny little bit. And Rob Schwartz, if you go and see him, he actually says that during the night, which sounds incredible, I don't know if it's true, but he says that at night we are actually with our immediate family and all the very important people in our lives, and we're actually all talking about how we are each growing and whether or not we're growing well on our spiritual path. So he says we are completely united, and I don't know if this is true that we meet at night, but I am very much reminded, and I feel it's so true, that we are all one. And although, and that's also something Rob Schwartz says, that it is not as it seems. So if in your life you feel very far away from a person you love, that is not what is going on. But the ego mind will tell us, oh my goodness, you're so far apart. But your spirit will probably say, that's what my spirit is saying, you are all completely united. Because you can't be separate. It's impossible. And one day you will be united in this life or after this life. You will come together and embrace with complete love. And everything will be healed. Every single thing will be healed. So to keep that is just so wonderful, and it really is something that is enhancing my own well-being. That I'm being reminded by my higher self, by the beings around me, that there is really no separation at all. There's no such thing as being separate from anyone. Although you're not with the person, you haven't seen the person for years, and the person hates you, doesn't want to have anything to do with you, thinks you're absolutely dirt. That is only on the very, very superficial layer. On the deeper layer, on the higher layers, we're all completely united in love. We all love each other deeply. But there's pain, and there's stuff that we have to work through, and we all have chosen this in this lifetime and the next lifetime, that we want to clean away all the pain of the past. And that process of healing our own pain as an individual, it needs us to detach ourselves from certain people, because otherwise we can't heal. So everything is happening in complete divine order, and we who long for this the reuniting, the letting go of all the pain and anger and distrust, whatever we've had between us, and just coming together as one loving, united whole. It's helpful and really wonderful to remind ourselves that one day we will be completely united in love, and on a deep level we are already united in love. So these are layers of it's something that's going on now that's making us feel very distant from each other, but on a soul level we're all one. So I think that's so, it just helps me so much in my life. Yeah, so maybe you can use that. This was a little mixture of different things. So let's go and have a look at some little beings. And I send you all my love, and yeah, let's just go and have a look.
Okay, see you, my friends.